differences among the ancient math cultures and how did they influence modern math? Carl Friedrich was a great German mathematician and physical scientist. He said, "Mathematics is the queen of science." Why is mathematics the queen of science? Math works in every area of our lives. Whether you are building a shape, observing stars, or keeping record, you are using math. In the history of human achievements, sometimes science stops developing or goes the wrong way, but math is unique. Even in the darkest years, it always moves forward. Every ancient cultures have their own way to solve practical problems with the help of calculation. In this project, I will explore the differences among mathematics in early cultures and how did they influence modern math. What is the beginning of math? Prehistoric people need to count their cattle and to know the days since the full moon. But human eyes could not tell people how many seeds there are, so people need to count. Prehistoric people first counted with their fingers. Later, they marked small streaks to help counting. 1,000 years later, different cultures developed different ways to record numbers. What are the achievements of different ancient math cultures? The earliest records of mathematics come from the ancient Babylonian and Egyptian civilizations. In ancient Egypt, elements of science appeared from the needs of everyday life, such as crafts and agriculture. Without advanced understanding, Egyptians will not be able to have advanced system of their country. The Babylonians also had deep understanding of math. You may ask, how do we know? Tablets written in cuneiform these ancient people used tell us so. The mathematical inventions was carved into clay tablets, then baked by the heat of the sun. Their achievements in mathematics are astounding to modern minds because we assume that such mathematical concepts are more modern in origin, but the proof is there on those tablets. The ancient Greek mathematicians was very good at deriving mathematical conclusions from deduction and abstract reasoning. Euclid was a very famous Greek mathematician. He also called the father of geometry. What we study in school about flat shapes and lines is called Euclidean geometry. Chinese mathematicians made very important contributions to the development of math. Without math, Chinese would not invent paper making, gunpowder, compass, and printing. Since the Shang period, which is 3,000 years ago, the Chinese had already fully developed a decimal system. What are the differences and similarities among these cultures, and how did these cultures influence modern math? For example, let's say you calculate how many seconds are in an hour. You multiply 60 by 60. At every step, you had to use a numbering system that invented by Babylonian mathematicians. Egyptians also developed a numbering system, which is the decimal system. This system is the most widely used by modern civilizations. Greeks believe math can work without accurate numbers. Unlike Greek people, Chinese paid more attention on calculating, and they developed the Chinese abacus, a wonderful tool for calculating. The abacus was so successful that its use spread from China to many other countries. The abacus helps people keep track of numbers as they do the computing. Ancient mathematicians of different civilizations learned from each other's of discoveries of math. That's why it appears often that math of Egyptians, Babylonians, Greeks, Chinese had a lot in common and were developing in the same direction. In fact, each mathematical modern discoveries are based on ancient math. By studying ancient math cultures, my ideas about the future of mathematics had changed. Now I see that the big math ideas are not that old from us, which means there are still a lot of space that people can study and improve math. In my opinions, there will be more math ideas that will be used in science, engineering, and medicine. In the future, math will be lead to discoveries of four-dimensional universe and will make travel in time